We have 4 slat machines here in front of us. We have a 4-metre machine and 2 5-metres.
Yes.
Predominantly here our slat sizes are 16'6" being our most popular, followed by 14'6", and 12'6" are still quite popular in old and replacement jobs and so forth.
I'd say, what kind of grip do you put on the slats then? Anything unique?
We actually are unique here. We put a saw cut grip onto our slats. We're not offering a print. We found that over the course of the years, prints don't last on concrete. They seem to wear faster. So we're actually saw cutting the slat after it's manufactured, and once it's in the curing yard, it's brought back in. It's another step in the process where we cut a track into the top of the slat, roughly 10 mil wide by 5 mil deep. And what we have found, like over the course, it's not wearing. Particularly our UK customers who have a different type of a housing, they like to keep the cows in all year round, are looking for this slat because it promotes confidence in the cows. The cows are not nervous about getting up. They're a lot more confident on the slats. So we have big demand from especially our UK customers who are going all year round housing for that product.
Yeah. So like ourselves, we have a lot of UK customers that are important to us.
Yes.
The UK has been an important market for you as well.
Humongous, yeah. We've built we're exporting to the UK approximately 10 years, and we have found it very beneficial to our market. It's very similar to the Irish market, but it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's a different type of a system they operate there, which the jobs mightn't be as common, but the jobs tend to be bigger.
Yes, big scale.
So we have less jobs, but bigger scale, which require a lot more interaction with the customer, should I say, you know. So, no, very happy with our progress in the UK over the last 10 years, and hopefully Brexit will not affect it too much and we continue to grow.
Yeah, no, that would be good. We're looking at slurry channels here, Joe. What?
We do an alternative to in situ work.
Right.
So we do 3 types of slurry channels. We do a metre high, 1.5 high, and 1.8. They're all 1 metre wide predominantly, but we can offer a wider slurry channel on request. Becoming very popular in the UK, where slurry channels, that kind of a system out to lagoon is popular, but they're becoming very popular in Ireland too because of the shortage of labour.
Right.
The speed and efficiency of a slurry channel compared to traditional in situ work is massively, massively beneficial, and contractors are beginning to realise that the precast, labour is such an issue that if you can get it in precast, might cost more, but the efficiencies are there.
And the benefit of a slurry channel for the farmer, it's easier clean as well.
Exactly, look, the finish, exactly, yeah.
And okay, and we see as L walls here.
We do, a full selection of L walls. We do L walls, A walls, rangings in heights.
What would you use an L wall for?
L walls are traditionally used for silage pits, temporary silage pits, dividance of silage clamps and so forth. Yeah. They can also be used in retaining issues for retaining embankments and the likes. We offer L walls from 2 metres to 4 metres, the same, and we do an A wall product, very popular in the grain stores. Once again, we offer from 2 metres to 4 metres.
So what are we looking at here, Joe?
We do a precast column system. It's a column and beam system for big open tanks. Traditionally, big open tanks would have been multiples of spine walls in the middle of them, but multiples of spine walls in difference, they cause a massive problem with flotation of slurry inside the tank after. So with the column and beam, it allows the farmer the option of having one big open vessel, and he can have, instead of having multiple discharge points, he can have a single discharge point to empty out the slurry. Very popular in the UK, but becoming very popular in Ireland too. People like the advantage of it from the health and safety conscious wise of it, that they don't have to agitate slurry in the middle of a shed, that they can put the agitation points on the outside of it, and because the column and beam, they can access in underneath all accesses of the slurry tank.
And so with the column you have, I see holes here then as well
for the anchorage system to the base.
Right,
yeah, it's a very simple system, but it's structurally designed. The column, we promote a round column because it reduces the restriction and the drag of the slurry on the structure. But very popular. We do multiples of heights. We can do a column from 7 foot to, I think the maximum we've done is 12 foot.
So have you any idea what extra capacity a farmer might have using this system versus walls?
There is, it tends to be not for capacity they're putting them in for.
Okay.
It tends to be from the safety issue of agitating the slurry.
Right.
That if a tank is 100 foot long by only 40 foot wide, traditionally they would have had 2 sets of spine walls, and it would have been a problem trying to agitate the inside tanks. With the column and beam system, it's only a 40 foot span because they can agitate across underneath the beams. That seems to be the biggest factor in making a decision with columns and beams.
Okay, and popular more in the UK than Ireland, or is it
Traditionally more popular in the UK, but a lot more farmers in Ireland now are asking the question, and our column and beam system is unique in that it's grant approved.
Right.
So I think we're the only ones in Ireland that is grant approved.
Very good.
We do try to keep the spans minimum on them. If we can keep the spans below 12 foot, we can operate with a 12-inch deep beam instead of a 16-inch deep beam, which means it's a lot easier to agitate it. A deeper beam means it's, the slurry crusts higher up. So yeah, very popular, growing all the time here in Ireland.
Good. Cubicle beds.
Yeah, head-to-head cubicle beds. Another product we're offering, which is becoming a lot more popular now, is a triple tank situation, where they have the head rail, they have slats, then they have a head-to-head cubicle bed and slats on the far side. So instead, the traditional system would have been the slat all tanks, whereas this is you slat the two outside tanks, and this is a fully suspended structurally bed that will sit on top. So once again, making the job faster for the farmer, more cost-effective, finished job.
Okay.
You don't have to bring trades back in to build the cubicle beds.
Okay.
Very popular.
Yeah.
The grip slats we're offering, we saw cut the slat after manufacturing. As you can see, the big benefit of this is we're actually cutting the aggregate of the product. What tends to happen when you go to print fresh concrete, you're driving the aggregate down into the concrete. So what's left actually on top is only a sand and cement surface, which will wear very fast. So traditionally farmers would have thought they were getting a very rough, good print, but they didn't realise that it was going to wear very...
It doesn't last.
It doesn't last. So once again, we're cutting down to the limestone of the product. So the big benefit of this is the lifespan of the grip will probably last the same time as the slat will last. You know,
Okay.
it's that's what our tests have shown, and it's used. It's very popular, this type of grip, on mainland Europe.
Okay.
So we're the only one in the British Isles that are offering that type of system.
Okay.
Everyone else is incorporating the grip in the manufacturing process. Ours is an after product.
How many days after slat is made when you...
Typically 7.
7 days.
So
Joe in the UK, from my travels there, they're very keen on using wall panels. You know, from your experience, why are they so popular in the UK?
It seems to be a labour issue again. That labour is it's so difficult to come by, so that when the shed installers arrive, they like to have all their products on site. So predominantly when the kit arrives to build your shed, the panels arrive with it. And there's no hold-ups. The shed builder will stand the shed, he will install the panels, and he will sheet it. It's finished. Where in Ireland the system is that you will have a concrete man, he'll come do the foundations, then you'll stand your shed, then you have to wait for the concrete man to come back, then he'll come back and he'll clad the shed. It just prolongs the project. Whereas with the wall panel system, it makes everything more smoothly.
Yeah, and so like in a farm in the UK, typically they'll use the wall panel in different locations too, won't they? In different purposes.
Exactly. They will use the panels vertically for slurry storage tanks and silage lagoons. They are silage clamps. They will use the panels in the milking parlours, in the bay of the milking parlour, on the side walls of the milking parlour. They will use the panel absolutely everywhere. And the other big benefit we're finding with the panel, especially in the milking parlour for bacteria, with a traditionally mass concrete wall, when you wash it, when you polish, little dimples appear in the mass concrete wall, which is bad for bacteria to grow in. Whereas in the panel, because it's made on a flat steel deck, when you polish it after, it's a glass finish. No dimples appear. So it's a big factor, and fellas try to promote hygiene, that they will promote the use of a panel in the milking parlour.
Right.
To try and cut down on bacteria in that.
Okay. So we're looking at different thicknesses here then.
Yeah, we do 6-inch. We do a full range of panels from 200mm thick to 180 to 150 to 100mm panel.
Okay.
Typically,
so where would the 100 be used?
In a non-structural requirement, like a milking parlour, machinery shed, calf shed, general agricultural building, where the bigger panels, which are structural panels, are used in silage pits, grain stores, and so forth.
That do, Joe, here what we're looking at.
When we're removing the panels from the beds, traditionally it would have been a clamp system, which was a very time-consuming product. This product will actually suck the panel, so it lifts. I think it's rated for 4,000 kgs. So it allows the more efficient turnaround of our beds.
And is it creating its own vacuum internally?
Exactly, there's a compressor and so forth built into it.
Right.
Brilliant product.
Okay.
Brilliant product.
Joe, what's this shed? What's happening here?
This is our pre-stressed wall panel shed. We have two 100mm beds here and a 150 bed. So the boys are, this bed is ready to pour, this one is in the process of being set up, and this one is in the process of getting ready to be emptied. We fill 3 panel beds every day.
Each panel or each bed gets filled 3 times, or
no, 3 beds a day we fill once a day.
Yeah.
So the beds are fully heated, so
Why?
to allow rapid turnaround, because these are pre-stressed product. We need the concrete to be 40 Newton before we can release the tension in the wires.
Okay. So all these ropes here,
They're all pre-stressed.
Yeah. Why? Just give it a
Strength. That's why we can achieve such a narrow thickness in the panel, because the strength is in the wire. They're pre-stressed panels.
And they're cut then.
No, it's a preset.
Okay.
They're preset.
To each section.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. So but unfortunately the wall panel business, it is very much order orientated, whereas in slats we can produce a set quantity, whereas in the wall panels, every one of them has a specific job.
Okay.
Yeah. An interesting shed, this shed. Started its life as a silage pit, then it was an organic farm, and now it's a wall panel shed.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Good.
Another great Irish company, Combi Lift.
Yeah.
We couldn't operate this shed without it.
Have you many from Combi Lift?
We have that, we have a new one coming, and we have that big Combi Lift.
Right.
It allows it to go sideways.
Right.
Yeah.